Could Bitcoin come down all the way there? The God ratio is in everything natural. It's Bitcoin. Anything is possible. The market winding itself up and getting ready to make a big move. I've got a whole bunch of areas that I could consider. We can expect Bitcoin to make a big move. You have to be patient in this game when you're playing it. I'm just going to look at Bitcoin. I've had a lot of people lately asking me about Bitcoin, and they're concerned about Bitcoin. Is it going to go up? Is it going to come back down? And all that fun stuff. I don't invest in Bitcoin. I prefer the altcoins, and that's what I would normally be looking at. But Bitcoin is the barometer for the crypto market. And so it's a good idea to know what's happening with Bitcoin. And so the first thing I like to do when I look at any chart, whether it's crypto or forex or options or anything with a chart, I like to go back and have an overall look of the market. So this is the 1 week chart. And right here, you get to see exactly what Bitcoin has been doing all the way from the beginning here and how many times it's gone up and come down. And I like to do this because it will put your mind at ease if you're not sure what Bitcoin is doing and you're only focusing on the 1 hour chart or a smaller time frame. But on this 1 week chart, you can get a lot of great information. For instance, you can see right here, the market has been ranging. And when the market is ranging up here, you just have to look to the past to see how many times it's done this. And typically, you will have the market shoot up, form a flagpole. People call this flagging, and this would be the flag. So you have flagging going on here, or consolidation, or a whole bunch of other words that people use. For me, I look at it as the market winding itself up and getting ready to make a big move, because 80% of the time, this is what it's doing anyway. So you shouldn't be shocked that the market is coiling up like this. When it does this, and the longer it coils up, the bigger a move it's going to make. And so we can expect Bitcoin to make a big move. That's what's incoming. It could shoot down. And I actually have some alarms there. You can see I've got buy Bitcoin. If it passes that area, there'll be an alarm. I'm not buying at that area, but it will tell me to have a look. I've got some areas I'm looking at for crypto or to see what the market will do after Bitcoin gets to these levels. And so when you continue looking to the past, and you always want to look to the past to predict the future, you can see right here in January 21 to approximately May 21. Okay, so what's that? 5 months? It just ranged and ranged and ranged, and then boom, big move down. And then once again, it ranged and ranged for 4.5 months. It shot up, ranged, shot up, and so on. And so you can see this in Bitcoin's history. This is one of the longest one here, right? Which started back in March of last year and continued right up until approximately October. And then it made a big move. So this was a big consolidation right here. So when you see this, like I said, you shouldn't be shocked that it made such a big move. The thing is, we don't know if it's going to shoot down or if it's going to shoot up. Now, if it shoots down, well, we have buying opportunities. If it shoots up, well, you can consider selling opportunities or shorting it. Today, we're not going to look at the selling opportunities. We're going to look at Bitcoin if it comes down and see if we can figure out where would be a good place to buy some crypto or Bitcoin or do some Bitcoin futures or perpetuals or whatever it is that you invest in when it comes to Bitcoin. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Fibonacci from the bottom here to the top. So I'm going to grab that Fibonacci and I can go all the way here from the bottom and just see. Now these lines are lines of probability where the market could potentially retrace. Now, if you've never used this tool or if you're not a trader and you would like to learn technical analysis, reach out to me. And I'm happy to explain our mentorship program so that you can use these tools and start making predictions and start getting paid for doing this. It's a great way to buy your time back and free yourself financially and geographically. So anyway, getting back to this here, these areas or these lines are lines where if the market does come down, it could turn around. Now, I'm not going to take a trade just on these lines alone. I'm going to see if I can get areas of confluence to be able to make a judgment. So I will take another one from here because I want to know when the market went from here to here, how much could it possibly retrace? So let's do that. So we'll take one from here to the top here, and let's change the color so that we can differentiate between the original pink one and now this is the blue one. And when I'm doing this, I'm just looking for areas of confluence. I'm also going to put a memory line right here because something happened right there, and I can see market got rejected a bunch of times here, starting in March and then September or August, it got rejected. So there's something going on in this area. So I'm starting to like this area right here. That's why I probably put that alarm that says buy BTC in that area. Anyway, let's continue. I'm going to take another Fibonacci from here. And I'm going to change the color. Let's make it yellow. So I've got the yellow one there. And if I'm looking at the story that this market is trying to tell me, I've got a whole bunch of areas that I could consider. For instance, I've got this 50% Fibonacci right here, and it's right in the middle between the 76 and the 78, right in the middle, right there. So maybe that's a possibility. And I like the fact that I have a memory line right there in that area as well. So could Bitcoin come down all the way there? Yes, absolutely. Look what it did once again, April 21, when it shot down, right, in 2021 and made a big move. It was almost a 50% correction. So we have to be okay with that. So it could absolutely come down to that area there. And that would be a 50% from here to here. So that's a possibility, of course. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. No one knows what is going to happen. And so we want to play the probability game, and we want to make sure that we do our technical analysis ahead of time and just be patient. You have to be patient in this game when you're playing it. And so you're going to get more information as well, because when this market, if this market decides to come down, you'll be able to use this information, right, based on how the candles react. And then you can make those predictions and see if you can tighten up your entry point and then take the trade accordingly. That's what I'm seeing right now. I don't really have any strong ideas. These alarms are just alarms to tell me to come and have a look at Bitcoin. It doesn't mean I'm going to take the trade. So what am I going to do with this information? I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to patiently wait for the market to do what the market is going to do. And then once the market makes its move, I'm going to react accordingly. And so right now it's ranging, as I explained to you guys, up in this area. It could come to this area here. We have a 23% Fibonacci, the blue one, and a 38% Fibonacci right here. And the God ratio is in everything natural. So that's why I rely on this. As if you've been following me with my other videos, you know that these predictions, when you have confluence in an area, and I don't see anything really, really tight. I mean, if this line was right on top of it, I would get excited. It's close enough. So it's something I might consider if it comes down. It may never come down. It may never come down. It may decide that's it. I'm going to head straight up after doing what it's doing here. And so you have to be prepared for everything. But if it does come down, that's one area there. We also have this area right here. You have this 38% Fibonacci, and you have a 61%, and you have support. So it could possibly come here, or it could come lower. We have this memory line here. So there's something going on in this area. You have some noise right here, and you have a 76 and 78 right in here with a 50%. We spoke about this area earlier. And so I'm just going to be patient and just wait and see what the market does. Could it come all the way down here? Listen, it's Bitcoin. So anything is possible. Could it come down all the way to 26? Well, here's the thing. If it was to shoot all the way down here, I would jump in, because if it breaks all of these lines to get there, chances are it's going to reverse in a big way. So if this was to shoot down overnight, for instance, and I was able to catch it, I would jump in, because the faster it shoots down, the faster it might spike up again. right? But I would put a stop loss and always trade with a stop loss, folks. You never want to play this game without a stop loss, and always know where you're going to take profits. Like I said, if you're interested in learning this, right, the 4 things, make sure you've got 3 confirmations minimum. Make sure you know where your stop loss is going to be before you enter the trade. Make sure you know where you're going to take profit or exit the trade. You want to have an exit strategy before you enter the trade. And then finally, number 4, make sure there's enough money to be made before you even take the trade. So if you're interested in this, reach out to me and I'll be happy to mentor you so that you can start making amazing trades within the next 90 days. Have yourself a great day, guys, and stay patient. Bye for now.